We have just driven up the Hohenstrasse Pass, which in fact is the highest pass in Austria at 2,565 meters, and the top of which there's a lake, and as you can see, the snow-capped mountains in the distance. Beautiful spot. It's quite chilly though. Say we're up about what's that? It's about 7,500 feet. And that's where we and the sun's pretty bright, as you can see, but this is the view directly looking south. Snow-capped mountains, all of which I understand are sort of 10,000 feet and higher. More of those later. Mrs. Nynham is charging our mobile telephone, and this is the rear of the hotel, and I believe that is our room with the balcony, which you'll see more later. And again, just panning in a northerly direction. The air is extremely clean and fresh. There's the car as seen from our hotel balcony, and this is the view from our balcony. That's the lower part of Obergurgl. Just a touch of snow up there. Sweeping rain. Some just up there. It's a fair old way away. This afternoon, as you can see, we are going up the chairlift. This is the second stage, going up to what is called the Ho-Mut Alpine Hut, which is, I don't know, about 9,000 feet, I believe. And as you can see, number 33 in front is leading in the way. But the scenery is absolutely glorious. More of this later. Some people, of course, take the hard way up. And that's Obergurgl down the valley, but we'll look at that a little bit more on the return journey. We're now on the steepest part of the climb. I suppose we're going at a good sort of 45 degrees or so, and as we're going higher the wind is getting up and the temperature is dropping, although it's quite acceptable at the moment. But, maybe a couple of hours time it'll be time for a sweater. And here we are approaching the end of the climb, and you can see the alpine hut, or the Hut, and some glorious views which we'll see in a second. Well, here we are at the top of the Hut, which is 2,650 feet. Sorry, 2,650 meters, and the view is tremendous, absolutely tremendous. Just panning around. The weather, of course, is extremely good for us today. And in the other direction, surrounded by snow-capped mountains. Which basically, according to the map, those mountains just about represent the border between Austria and Italy. The wind's getting a bit strong. Absolutely stupendous, the view. It cost 240 Austrian shillings to come up in the chairlift, which in English money is what? It's 120 shillings each, which is about £6. Not bad considering the height you've been brought up. And it was about 30 minutes in the chairlift. All one can hear in the distance is the roar of water coming down from the melting snow. Right, I've just been studying through my binoculars. And I don't know whether you can see, there's a line coming down through the snow there, and in the region of that, right in the centre of the picture, there were 5 people coming down through the snow line. I just don't know whether we can see them with this kind of magnification. At least they've had a good day's outing by the look of things. But to put it in context, to put high up still. And it's now about 2:30 in the afternoon. And they've got a long walk ahead of them before they get down to the village. And this is a tremendous spot just here. Panning around again. Oh, look what we found. Again, I don't know whether you can see with this power of magnification, but right in the centre of the picture, as seen through my binoculars, there's about 3 or 4 people right on the ridge in that small valley between the 2 peaks. And just to give you again some idea, if I pan back to the normal magnification, they're pretty high up, but I don't think they'll be down tonight. Well, we're on the return journey down the chairlift. This is the single version, the top version from the home hut, and as you can see, this is the view, which is out of this world. And that's Obergurgl, right down there in the valley. There's the Obergurgl Valley going on down towards the motorway between St Anton and Innsbruck, but it's something like a 20-mile journey down the valley before you actually get to the motorway. Again, this is the steepest part of the chairlift, and you can see Wendy in front there. Quite a steep angle we're going down at. Temperature dropped a little bit since we came up. Let's have a little look down there and see what we can see. Sorry it's not steady, but it's the chairlift. There's the church. I better come back to normal. Too rough. There's a toy digger down there, doing some repair to a track. And to give you some idea, the melting snows are allowing quite large waterfalls to come down the mountain. And in the valley there's quite a major river running down, again from the melting snow. the centre of the picture, if that can be called the centre of the picture, is I believe the Alpina, where we're staying. Two tennis courts sort of just in front. Have a little bit more of a look in a few minutes. Across the other side of the valley there, I don't know if you can see them in the centre of the picture on that pathway. There's some people out for a good walk today. Sorry for the pylon. There are some very keen walkers here. I think Auntie Mary would really enjoy it, although it's a bit thin as the air. And to give you an idea, this is the stage that we have just come down from. The Homut is up there, over the ridge. Now it's a pretty steep incline, as you can see. Those are single chairs. We now transfer to the second stage down, which is a double chairlift. So Wendy and I can sit side by side. As I was saying, there are some beautiful waterfalls from the melting snow, and that's quite a big one. I'd like to walk up to that one. And over here there's also some more. Talking of melting snow, here we are just going over a small ravine. You can see our shadow down there. Hello! And I don't know if you can see this or not. Murky grey water having just come down from the snow line, finding its way down to the main river in the valley. And over there is the other part of the river. Going to have a look at that in the next few days. And here we are finally with a closer panoramic view of Obergurgl with the church in the centre, and just over here to the right, just behind those green tennis courts, is the hotel we're staying in, the Alpina. See if we can bring it up. That's it. That's Obergurgl behind. And I'm sure you can hear in the distance the bells of the cows as they're feeding in the fields. But you can also hear Wendy's camera has just finished and it's now automatically rewinding. It's so peaceful just riding in the chairlift. Try and see these caves, shall we? Somewhere down here to our left. Oh. Here we are. Obergurgl certainly is a village that lives up to the description given in the brochures. Very quiet, very small, extremely clean. The air is also extremely clean, and the temperature is delightful at the moment. Very pretty spot in which to be staying, and at the moment we can thoroughly recommend it. Well, it's Wednesday morning, beautiful day again, and we're out for a little stroll.
It's very hot.
Just outside of Obergurgl, and you can see the sort of views we have. Look at that. And we're going to look at some of those waterfalls over there, and the main Gurgl River, which is the melting snow coming down from those mountains in the distance. This is the mountain stream that we crossed yesterday with the chairlift, and hopefully up there you can just make out the chairlift. That's this side of the bridge, and on the opposite side of the bridge you can see me shadow down there waving. There it's just going on down the main river. We're just a little bit further up the valley. That's the main Gurgl River, and again in the centre of the picture the beautiful village of Obergurgl. We've just come up that path and down across the bridge over the river, and again I'll pan around some magnificent views here. That's where we went yesterday, on the chairlift to the top of that mountain. And here's the mountain stream that we kind of find. And here it is right in front of us. Finding its way down to the river. When we've seen the temperature of the water, and it looks and feels pretty cold, I understand. And It's a Thursday morning now, and we're out on one of our walks around the village. And just to let you have another feel for what it's like here. That's the Alpina Hotel, and you should just about see our discovery there. And panning back, looking on up the valley to the snow-capped mountains in the distance. Again, it's a beautiful clear day, which it has been every day so far since we've been here. In the shade it's quite cool, only about 50 degrees, but as soon as the sun comes over the mountains into the valley, the heat soon comes up. We're just a little bit further on, and another one of the fast-flowing mountain streams coming down to the Gurgl River. Well, this is the Gurgl River. And again, this gives you a fair indication of how beautiful the scenery is here. Apart from the electricity pylons that appear to be almost everywhere. And that's the path we're going on up there, back to Obergurgl. Again, just a little bit further up the path, and that's the sort of view we've got. And down there in a sort of small gorge is the river winding its way. These were laying in wait for Tony Brewer. Some more up here. Another bridge over the river, and hopefully we're recording okay, because I've just dropped the camera.
And done a Tony Brewer.
And that's Obergurgl, as seen from a different direction. Well, it's Friday morning, and it's about 9:30 in the morning, and we're just on our way over the Back Pass, which goes from Obergurgl over the mountains down into Italy. And we're just outside of Obergurgl, Obergurgl, and again we've got some fantastic views. The weather is perfect, not a cloud in the sky, and just look at that view. And down there in the valley is Obergurgl. And just panning round, you can see how splendid the view is. And this is the road going on over into Italy. So let's go and have a look.
Is that right? Yeah. Yes.
We've just crossed over the top of the pass. It's just over 2,500 metres, and we've just come into Italy, and we're now coming down the Italian side of the pass through a number of tunnels, as you can just see. So we've got to switch our headlights on in case anything's coming the other way. Again, we're literally up above the clouds in some areas. And the view to our left is tremendous. Down in the valley, we've just come through the tunnel, and some spectacular views. This is why we've stopped, and just to show you, this is the road that we've got to go down in a few minutes' time. Pretty steep down there into the valley, and again just panning around looking at Italy. Just look at that. And the cloud just a couple of hundred metres above us. Well, we're virtually down off of the pass, but I just stopped again just to show the view, and in fact the steepness of the pass that we've just come down. You can just see the road going on up and up and on up there. believe it or believe it not, there are people that are living up here. All we can hear in the distance is the sound of cow bells and running water. On down into Italy. We're now on the autostrada in Italy, travelling down towards Trento. As you can see, the mountains are either side of us, and it appears to be a tremendous apple growing area. The motorway is very good, very high standard, and at the moment quite impressed with the Italian motorway system. However, our first impressions of Italy are certainly not one that has impressed us. The buildings and the general condition of property, gardens, etc. is of a lower standard than we've certainly seen in Austria and France.
Right.
Well, we are now on the shores of Lake Garda, as you can see to the left. We're taking the road down the right hand side of the lake towards Brescia, which, as you can see, involves going through a number of tunnels. Certainly appears to be a beautiful lake. Well, we're stopped on the shores of Lake Garda, and this is the view we have today. It's very warm. I'd say it's up in the low 80s, but there's quite a major heat mist has enshrouded the scenery, certainly on the opposite side, and as you can see there, it just very, very misty. Pity really, because we were quite looking forward to seeing the scenery here. Just have another view just down the lake in a second. Those properties up there must have quite a dramatic view over the lake. And just here, the cliffs drop sheer into the lake, and I'm guessing we're about 250 feet above the surface. And that's looking in a northerly direction towards the town at the head of the lake, Riva. Another view of Obergurgl on Saturday morning, and as you can see, Yet again, hardly a cloud in the sky. Cutting the grass for winter feed in the old-fashioned way. And again, just look at these views. The Obergurgl River coming down from the glacier way in the distance. It's a Saturday afternoon and we've come down the valley to the small town of Ops to have a look around, and there's some beautiful old Austrian buildings, as you can see here. Look at the painting on that, and this one here. All the flowers are exceptionally nice, but very busy. A little bit further down the street we come across this rather large teddy bear. What is he, about 10 foot high? He's a bit too large for me to bring back. They seem to specialise in manufacture of teddy bears in this establishment. It's 7:15 on Saturday evening, and for the first time we've had about an hour's worth of quite heavy rain and a few claps of thunder, and as you can see, because we're something like just over 6,000 feet high, with the weather closing in, we're certainly up in the clouds, as they say. Looking down there, you can see cloud formation in the valley and up above us. some blue skies starting to come over, and hopefully tomorrow is going to be another fine day. We've been exceptionally lucky so far. And just looking to the side of the hotel, this is from our bedroom veranda or balcony, you can see Clyde just slowly winding its way up the valley. Well, this morning I'll just give you a very quick tour of the small apartment we have here in the hotel. Come in the front door, there's a bathroom and wash basin, etc. And then looking down, wardrobe on our right, toilet on our left, double bed, leading up to a lounge area, which is very comfortable, refrigerator there, and TV, etc. And as you can see, leading out onto the balcony with the view as seen. It's Sunday morning. It's been pretty heavy rain during the night, but at least at the moment it's a little bit on the dry side. Let's hope it's going to be a nice day today again.
So wunderschön, mit steiler Berge, Riesenhöhen, wo lieb und treu in schlichter Brust das Herz erfüllt mit Sangeslust. Der Burg dort sein Gärtel schwingt, die Sängerin frohe Jodler singt. Ich grüß dich viel tausendmal. Dort im Tiroler Land, am schönen Strand, dort wo die Alpen glühen, der weiß blühen. Zu dir Tiroler Land, am schönen Strand, wo Alpenrosen blühen, da zieht's mich hin. Dich preis ich Tal so wunderschön, mit grünen Matten, sanften Höhen, wo alles Zauberblumenduft den Geist erfrischt und klar die Luft. Moos, Alp und von den Bergen schallt, in fernen Tälern still verhallt. Ich grüß dich viel tausendmal. Dort im Tiroler Land, am schönen Strand, dort wo die Alpen glühen, Edelweiß blühen. Zu dir Tiroler Land, am schönen Strand, wo Alpenrosen blühen, da zieht's mich hin. Ein jeden Wirtshaus, da käm rein, holla dir littio, wo lauter Schirni Madern sein, holla dir littio, holla dio, Julio littio, Julio littio, Julio littio, wo lauter Schirni Madern sein, holla dir littio, holla dio. Julio, Julio, Julio,
Well, it's Monday morning and we're in Innsbruck, and this is the old town, the old part of the town. Again, this is the old part of Innsbruck, very picturesque. And this is the most famous building in Innsbruck. It's the Golden Roof. And underneath are very sort of high quality shops. The one thing that puts us off here is the McDonald's sign.
Ja, dat
This is looking back in the opposite direction towards the old town, and as you can see the mountains behind, just shrouded by a cloud, where you can just see through to the peaks. This is the road going back up to Obergurgl, and we've stopped to have a look at the river, the Gurgl River. As you can see, it's coming down with a fair force at the moment. This is because yesterday we had several hours of quite steady and heavy rain. This is just another sort of 50 yards upstream. Well, we've got another beautiful day on our hands. It's Tuesday morning and we're on a toll road just outside of Solden, and as you can see in a few seconds, we are on our way up again, right up into the mountains, up this road to that glacier. And now I'm afraid my Austrian or German is a little bit rusty, but it's something like the Rettenberger Glacier. Whether we can actually get onto the glacier or not, I don't quite know. But let's go and have a look, shall we? Well, we've come up the road almost as far as we can go. And here is a snowfield and glacier. And I think we might even be going up the chairlift for a little bit of even better view, but certainly, I don't know if you can see, but there are people in fact skiing on the snowfield here. Let's go and see what we can see. summer they're out with the snow plows, ensuring the surface is kept smooth and clean. I don't know if you can see this on the screen, but right up there are some people climbing on the ice rather than the me. Well, let's go on in the car and see what else we can see. We've come up to the highest part of the road now, and we are approximately 2,900 meters high, and what's that? That's about 9,000 feet, and the views are just spectacular. Just look at this. Now, something we couldn't see from where we were just now is the skiing that's going on high up, and if I pan in, hopefully you can see when it comes into focus. There we are. What's going on up there? Quite a lot of skiing going on over there. The air is absolutely crystal clear, not a cloud in the sky. And then coming back just near to us, there's some people climbing on this part of the mountain across the snow, and I think there's a couple of people just up there as well. Looking around again. Give the car its due, it's coped extremely well with the mountainous roads. Haven't worked the fuel consumption out yet, but we'll do towards the end of the holiday. Just look at that. We've been extremely lucky with the holiday so far. The weather has been superb, apart from one morning, Sunday morning, when we had fairly heavy rain until the early afternoon, when it then cleared away again. Coming back and looking to our left and down the valley, there's people skiing over there. and this is the little road we just come up, and we're just about to go sort of over by those little lakes over there. Just go and see what's up, shall we? 2,829. We've just come through that tunnel, which is about a mile in length, through to the other side, the southern side of the mountain, and the scenery is again just as spectacular. Although on this side, presumably because it's the southern side, there's no skiing going on at this time of the year. Obviously the glacier is on the northern side, and the shade tends to keep it obviously pretty cold. We're about to have a picnic, and this is the view that we've got. Just panning around. Although we can't see it, walking towards the edge here. Solden is right down in the valley, but can't be seen. Well, we were up there just now. Just come down to look at the route we've got to take back down the valley. Just look at that. Down there, down towards Solden, and from here we're going to try and find a lake to have a walk around. Stunning, isn't it?
Ich habe gar nicht die Stelle von der Universität gesehen, aber die ist auf der anderen Seite.
Well, let's go and find the lake, as they say. Well, there's the lake. Well, this is the lake, and at the far end there's a sort of general swimming area and entertainment area, but it's very, very peaceful, very quiet. Just look at these views. It's a very pleasant, peaceful walk around the edge of the lake, and plenty of trout you can see actually in the lake on the edge here. Beautiful tranquil spot this is. Let's move on a little bit. Wendy's flat out in the sun. And here we are on a restaurant overlooking the lake. And hopefully you can see what I presume is trout in the lake, hoping for some tidbits from the restaurant tables. Beautiful spot. People swimming out in the lake. Here we are again. It's Wednesday morning, and how lucky we are. Yet another day with hardly a cloud in the sky. And this morning we're actually out on quite a major walk. Being our last day, we felt that we should put some effort in, as the next 2 days are going to be in a car all day long. So here we are on the footpath between Obergurgl and Obergurgl, and all we appear to have done is climbed and climbed and climbed, and we're just about out of the tree line now, so I'm guessing we're about 8,000 feet, and we just come up from that direction, and Wendy's having a good old rest. She's too tired to even look around. And this is the obstacle that we've basically come up against, is this huge big gully that the years have eroded away, and there's no way around it apart from continuing up this path up over there, and somewhere up over that hillside and over the brow. So as it's looking, we've got something like another 400 or 500 feet to climb even before we start to progress any further towards Obergurgl. But at least we've got some splendid views of the mountains, as you can see. So let's proceed. Well, we've climbed about another 400 or 500 feet, and the path is still going up and up in order to go over this gully with this stream down here, and even I'm starting to get out of breath. We have to head on up there before I think we cross over to come down this path opposite us and over the crest and on to Obergurgl. Well, we've now reached our crossing point of this stream, as you can see, with the bridge, and there's the path going on into the distance. And here we have one bottle of Tesco's drink. It's being carried all the way from New Milton to Austria, and then up this mountain. A great personal sacrifice by me. So let's get on down that path. Just to give you some idea, there's the road down there in the valley, and We've come up this path, up this side of the stream, up, and up to here. Well, we've reached what we believe is the peak of our climb height-wise, and it now appears to be a fairly downhill run over the Obergurgl, as you can see in the distance. But again, we have just some spectacular views. Just panning around and up the valley. And that's the little path we've just come round, which is only about a foot to 18 inches wide, and there's not much room for error because the drops are fairly dramatic. And as you can see, there's the road down there, going up into Obergurgl. And in the centre there, if I can keep the camera steady, is our hotel and our car in the car park. So peaceful and quiet here. You can probably hear the birds in the background. And again, I'm guessing we're about 8,500 feet, maybe 9,000 feet high. Just to think we've got to be at work next week. Well, we've reached our objective, which is Obergurgl, and just found a nice hotel for some lunch. And I'll just show you the view that Wendy's got. Just look at this view. And that, of course, is Obergurgl again down there in the valley. Well, we're approximately halfway back to Obergurgl. Just walked along this path, and we just stopped for a quick drink and a rest. And look what I found. There's a little bridge over the stream, and lovely little waterfall. The water's absolutely ice cold. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot. Well, it's our last evening. We've just had a very pleasant dinner, and there's about to be some Austrian music played here in the lounge. but I just thought we'd have one last look around. And obviously that's the reception area. Mrs. Nyland has had an elegant sufficiency, as they say. And very comfortable lounge, bar area. Beautiful fireplace, and there was a log fire there a few nights ago when it got pretty cold, and in fact last night it was certainly down below freezing during the night. Quite a major frost first thing this morning. Well, good morning everybody. It's Friday morning, and we've left Obergurgl, and here we are at the Novotel in Saint-Avold, which is midway between Strasbourg and Metz on the A4 in France. Very nice hotel, exactly what we wanted for an overnight stay. Nice restaurant, excellent breakfast, and give you some idea, there's the motorway sign, and the motorway is just sort of just in the distance there. We're no more than 300 yards from the entrance to the motorway system, so extremely convenient. Anyway, let's sort of plod on and back to England, as they say. Okay. Well, we're on the return leg. We're in Calais, and we're hoping to go on the train very shortly. We've got to go through channel number 6. This looks like it now. Down the road, and we're going to go on to the train shortly, I suppose. Here we go. Going to go in and on to the train. Look at this. This is quite impressive actually. Very spacious. Light and airy. And we think we'll be the first car on board for the departure at 9 minutes past 6 French time.
Something's flashing. Is that the battery?
Well, we've started moving, as you can see, and hopefully can give you a little idea in a minute of what it's like going into the tunnel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board the shuttle. We've found that the terminal and the expected journey time is 35 minutes. If comfort, we recommend that you stay with your vehicle. Please listen carefully.
Well, we're now inside the tunnel. No, we're not. We're just coming again slightly.
I'm moving directly to the next carriage.
And this is what it's like
While the shuttle continues its journey.
in the area where we have the higher side of
Pleasant
vehicles.
journey with the
And you just
shuttle.
see there's a caravan down there and a truck immediately behind us. And each compartment has been divided using big steel doors like this, which roll up ready to leave. And looking forward into the next truck, you can just about see into the next compartment. You can see what's going on in there. I think we're now just about to enter the tunnel on the French side. Yes, here we go. Yes, so that just about brings to an end our holiday to Austria this year.